We are seeing the body camera video of a Flagler County woman's arrest after being pulled over and accused of putting Easter eggs and pornographic pamphlets in people's mailboxes.
Betty.
Welcome to Thought Crime and Keto Crime, where Tracy does the sleuthing so you don't have to.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Keto and Crime and Thought Crime. Today I've got kind of a lighthearted case for you, but it's still kind of sad. It'll tickle your funny bone just a little bit, but there are some very, very deep issues at play here that we will discuss, but it'll still tickle that funny bone a little bit. And we need to have something a little lighter because the next couple of episodes are going to handle some pretty heavy subjects such as the Columbine shootings and the People's Temple cults. So the next few will be pretty, with the exception of the Reddit reads, will be pretty heavy. So I thought we would at least do something a little more lighthearted. But let's go to Florida, because of course it's Florida. All crazy cases are either Florida or California, I have learned. For a very strange case somewhere around the Palm Coast of Florida. This happened around Easter, and it involves a 42-year-old woman by the name of Abril Sestantoni, who is a resident of Palm Coast and an employee of the local Publix. She was arrested around Easter for distribution pornographic material to over 400 homes in the Palm Coast area. And I was like, wow. When I first heard about this story, I'm like, how does one distribute pornography to 400 residents? Well, she did it by virtue of Easter eggs. Now, I have read several accounts of this story, and all of them differ a little bit on what was supposed to be in the eggs, so we're just going to go somewhere in the middle. In the eggs were a goldfish cracker, a packet of powdered drink mix, some say Kool-Aid, some say the Skittles flavored drink, some say Crystal Light, but there was just a powdered drink mix. There was a few squares of toilet paper, Q-tips, and a wadded up piece of paper that depicted both pro-medical marijuana information and a hardcore pornographic depiction of both gay and straight couples. In addition, there were in some of them ripped out pages of the Bible with the red print from the King James Version indicating that Jesus was speaking. So there was just a lot of stuff in these eggs. They all differed a little bit, but that was kind of what tipped people off it was the same person. But all of them did have the drink mix, the goldfish cracker, and the pamphlet with both pornographic depictions and marijuana propaganda. And when I say propaganda, I mean stuff pro-medical marijuana. I'm in favor of marijuana myself. That's a whole different video. But residents were saying they would find the eggs in their mailboxes and the flags on the mailboxes that you use to tell people, to tell the postman to pick something up. There's a letter inside. Were always pulled up. So whole lot of stuff going on here. Now, she was arrested on a local highway by deputies and was arrested on several counts. One, distribution of pornographic material, tampering with a mailbox, driving on suspended license because her license was indeed suspended, and breaking the Florida stay-at-home order for the COVID-19 pandemic. So she was arrested for several things, is awaiting trial with bond in the local jail. But upon questioning, she was very adamant that she had done it. And when asked why, she gave a litany of answers. Now, I dug into this woman's past, and there's not a whole lot on her, but what I could find was that she attempted to start a pizzeria in the same area about 5 years prior, and that was a failed venture. She is now claiming that she is actually a church with a nonprofit license. Upon digging, discovered that wasn't true. And when asked why she decided to distribute Easter eggs with pornographic materials and a litany of other things, her answers were all over the board. But basically it boils down to her disagreement with the organized church. She believes that the pastors steal from their congregants. She believes that they employ too many homosexuals and they don't take care of the elderly and that they preach against the goodness of marijuana. Now, we could pick each and every one of those apart, but what got me was when I first heard about this story, I heard that it was just simply gay images of the pornographic material. So I said, okay, here's a very overzealous religious person that has a problem with gay rights and, acceptance of gays. As a gay person, I'm used to that. I get it. It doesn't really faze me. But when I realized the images were also of straight couples, I'm like, what does this person have? What do they have going on? Well, according to the deputy, she told many, many stories. And she has been found to have been traveling around to different churches in the area, talking with pastors, basically arguing with pastors, calling them out for what she perceives as their sins. And she basically told people that she just believes the organized church is robbing from the common person, that people are they're starting to have financial problems, possibly starving, and yet these pastors are still taking 20%. She said 29%, but I'm sure she meant tithe, 10% is a tithe, but she's saying that these churches are taking like 29% of their congregants' income off the top. That seems a little strange. Maybe she's been involved in a church that did that sort of thing, but I do know as a former churchgoer that 10% is usually the number, and that people are paying that all the time. Their family are going without food and without toilet paper, hence the squares of toilet paper she was putting in the eggs. Now, when it came down to the pornographic material, she just said that was in relation to the fact that churches allow homosexuality to go on. But there were also straight couples depicted too. She didn't really have an answer for that. The marijuana information, she said that a lot of the churches preach against the good qualities of marijuana, the medical literature behind marijuana, all the good things it can do for us medically. She said she feels that a lot of churches are against it simply because it's a mind-altering substance. Okay, I can kind of get with her on that. I think marijuana has a lot of beneficial properties for humans. We'll leave it at that. And then we get down to the other things, the folded Bible passages. I was under the opinion that it was probably passages supporting her beliefs, but they were just kind of random Bible passages that didn't really link to any of the stuff in the egg, so that was kind of weird. And then we get down to the goldfish cracker and the powdered drink mix that was in all of them. Now, I've read a lot of message boards in relations to this case, and one young person one very intelligent person on the comment section of Ready to Glare's video on the same subject, I'll link it below, very good video, she always does a great job on everything, was saying that she believed that the goldfish cracker represented Jesus as a fisher of men. Makes sense. And that perhaps the powdered fruit drink mix was the blood of Jesus. You make it wine, represented wine. Very good. But when you get down to the gay porn, I'm not sure what that represents. That takes fisher of men to a whole different level. But in any case, April 4th, Sheriff's Deputy, Palm Coast Sheriff's deputies pulled her Honda Civic over on the local interstate, Whiteview Parkway, and found her with containers of all these different things she was putting in the Easter eggs, as well as the plastic Easter eggs. And she also confessed
We started getting calls again in a different part of Palm Coast, the same MO.
Once deputies pulled her over, they say she admitted to leaving her job at Publix early so she could distribute over 400 pamphlets in 4 days like this one here. Deputies say she also stuffed the eggs with a few squares of toilet paper, a goldfish cracker, and some Skittles.
Very, very convoluted, very, So I guess I tried to piece together what might be her reasoning for this, and then came to my determination there is no reasoning. She's obviously mentally ill. I couldn't really find out a whole lot about her medical past, but people that worked with her at Publix said that she definitely had some depressive and anxious, properties about her. So I think perhaps that mixed with religious zealotism kind of, festered in her mind, and we have what we have here. She's being held. She's being held in the local jail, has not posted bond yet, and I will keep you informed about what happens here. But it's always Florida, isn't it? Can you imagine opening up your mailbox around Easter, seeing an Easter egg and thinking, oh, nice, sweet. Open it and there's sex in your face. I can only imagine. But anyway, I thought that was kind of a lighthearted crime. I do feel sorry for her. I do hope this allows her to get the help that she needs, because she obviously needs it. And I'll be back real soon. Let me know what you think of this case. Have you heard about it before? Let me know down below. And I will be back soon. If you want to support the channel, links are below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Always helps the channel. I'll be back very, very soon with 2 true crime stories right in a row. Columbine and the People's Temple. So we've got a very interesting couple of weeks coming up. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate it. Love you all. Until next time, Keto Comment out.